Well, as I get a little bit more of feeling for which attachment adaptation they had to make as children that they might be importing into their adult relationships, then I start to use very specific, what I call corrective experiences that are designed to nourish the secure attachment system, because I believe we all have that. I believe fundamentally we have the biology, psychology, soul that creates a secure attachment system, and then things get in the way. So my feeling about that is we can basically excavate that secure attachment system, and eventually we want it to dominate over any attachment adaptation, you know, at least most of it, right? Not everything's ever 100%. But so I'm doing a couple things when I'm working with them. Anytime I see a signal from the secure attachment system, I'm amplifying it. So I'm making sure they're aware of their secure attachment system when it starts to function. Like when this gentleman felt comfortable enough to put his eyeglasses on and actually be in contact with me. I mean, I could see him see my eyes back to his eyes. I had to talk about that because he could have just felt good. But if he didn't understand that he was actually letting me in, that he was seeing me as an other that was friendly, and he was actually okay in the attachment gaze a bit more, he would have left. I think Diane Poole said something like this in your last interview, like, yeah, he would have had, oh yeah, that's a nice therapist, but he wouldn't have had the experience of I actually was in a field with another person that's relating to me and understanding me, and I get the experience of other, because that's the correction for avoidant back to secure attachment.
So I have So how did you? What do you say? Take us inside the moment in a more moment by moment thing of how do you create a moment like that isn't just the thought, oh, this is nice, I can see my therapist. What is it that you're saying to him or to me, however you can convey this to us?
Well, I might say something like, I know that from what you told me already that early on, looking out into the world, just eyeball to eyeball, right? What you saw when someone was looking back at you when you were little, from what you told me, is either very strong criticism and kind of this anger, overwhelming anger coming towards you, or this sort of nothing because of being left alone so much. So I'm wondering what it's like right now, sitting with, like, I'm looking at you on the right. What's it like right now, just for you to look into my eyes or look into my face, seeing me looking back at you, and I'm not feeling angry. And hopefully I'm somewhat present. I mean, I'm as present as I can be. What happens in your experience when you see me this way? So I could take it to the moment like that, or I could use your best friend, your dog, someone you love, your grandmother, you know, in memory. Like, what was it like to look into her eyes? Can you remember seeing her look at you as, you're special to me, I love you, you're my grandson, you're really great. And wherever I can get it. So sometimes I'm doing more intrapsychic, more like IFS, you know, with our friend David Schwartz, or sometimes I'm doing it extrapsychically. You know, with somebody they're imagining, like bringing their grandmother in from the outside. Sometimes it's their adult self to their younger self. That's what I meant by intrapsychic. Sometimes it's in the moment, more like Diana was talking about, like reflecting right now, amplifying the positive moments between us in the now. And I use it whatever I can get.